Come one, come all. Welcome to the Highly Intelligent Podcast coming at you this fall. You like that? Was that a good one? I hope it was. It took me kind of a long time to come up with an intro. But yeah, everybody, welcome to the 10th episode of the Highly Intelligent Podcast. I know it's taken us like 2 years to get here, but trust me, it's worth it. And you're going to be getting episodes every single Monday for the rest of your life, or at least my life. And I probably should have prepared because like my throat is kind of sore right now, so like I need to drink something. I probably should have drank something before I started recording, but sometimes people just don't prepare. Sometimes like me, I'm not much of a preparing person. So, all right. So, welcome to the 10th episode of the podcast here. And I have a lot of topics here to talk about today. I don't know how long this episode is going to be because I have prepared some topics. I've done a lot of research, but a lot of these topics kind of were based on me collaborating with somebody. Since that somebody is not here today, I'm probably going to have to like weave those questions out. So I have no clue how long this episode is going to be. Okay, so the setup, guys. Welcome to the new podcast setup. You guys like it? I like it. I kind of like everything I put together today. I got to be honest, the best part of this set is definitely this fish thing that I got from Amazon. I've had that for like a long time. I even had it in the background of my other setups for streaming, but I decided to make it like a centerpiece of just my entire setup. Just because, look at it, it's like very Frutiger Arrow, and if you guys tune into some of my streams, you would know that that's kind of like my whole shit. I like Frutiger Arrow. I like kind of like all the weird aesthetic stuff that's like all across Instagram. I play a lot of Roblox games that have like Frutiger Arrow, shit like that. And yeah, I kind of want to make that like the theme of my podcast setup. However, I don't have the money for that, so I just went with the next thing and got the fish thing there. And yeah, so I have a Nintendo Switch there, which I'm not like gonna announce that I'm a fan of Nintendo, considering that Nintendo Switch doesn't even charge. It doesn't charge. It fucking broke on me. My Switch broke on me. And it was only like 3 years old too, which is like the fucked up thing. So a 3-year-old Nintendo Switch is like actually just the worst piece of technology ever. And then you have Kaido right there. He's probably my favorite anime character, so that's maybe not anime character, but he's definitely one of my most favorited like designs of an anime character. So that's why he's in my background. And as for the posters, we can take a look at some of them if you want. I didn't really like prepare for this, but yeah, I got a lot of One Piece stuff. I got the Charles Oliveira one directly behind me, and that right there is for Prismatic Evolutions, but like it was supposed to be in the center, but like my setup kind of changed when I added that thing to my corner, so now Oliveira's the center, and so are the waves, the wave pictures, and then Goku and Gohan are up there, and then Goku and Vegeta are down there, and then Zombie Makeout Club. But yeah, this is the setup. A better microphone will be coming in eventually. Okay, I'm thinking about. I just DM'd Trisha Paytas for $100 on Cash App, so hopefully I can be able to buy myself a better microphone. I actually have one in mind. I don't have a picture of it, but if I can load it up on Amazon here on the old iPad, I can give you the name of it. It's a Rode microphone, so let me just find that if I'm logged into the right account here. Let me just see. Oh yeah, I forgot my Wi-Fi is really bad today. I was gonna stream, but my Wi-Fi was pretty mid. Let's see here. Rode mics. Here we go. Rode mics. Okay, it's not really. Where is it? Because it was on sale, so maybe it's like completely gone now. Oh no, here it is. It's the Pod mic. The Pod mic. What does that say? Cardioid dynamic broadcasting mic. I was gonna get that one just because I thought it looked pretty cool, and it's Rode. Rode is like, it's like a reputable company, and it's probably better than my microphone. I got this for like $20 on Amazon like 2-3 years ago. So yeah, that's kind of the next microphone that I'm looking at. Hopefully Trisha Paytas will come in with $100. I don't know if she's really like that giving, but if she'll send it, then I'll be down to accept the money. You know what I mean? I'll definitely be down to. If not, then I'm gonna have to pay for it myself. But obviously, that's not something that I really want to do because it's like I don't have a job, so spending that kind of money is kind of crazy to me. But you know, you do what you want to do. You know, I do what I want to do. I text who I want to text. Who are you to judge me? All right, I can ask Trisha Paytas for money if I fucking want to. And the only reason why I asked her is because I remember seeing something where she said she answers DMs of people asking her for money, and putting my pride to the side because I don't really have any much pride to begin with. I just asked. I asked her for 100. I was gonna say 1,000. Well, I was like, hold on. If she actually does see this, it's like 100 is way more manageable than fucking 1,000. I actually haven't even checked my Instagram DMs. Maybe she has messaged me back. Let me just check right here. What profile am I on? Nope. Switch the Malarax profile. Go to messages. Nope. Trisha Paytas has. She has not responded to me. Somebody else just tried to message me. Who is this? Oh, it's a digital artist. I can't stand digital artists hitting my line, by the way. Like, anytime that's why I don't stream on Twitch, because the only people who are watching are people who just want something from me. Or they want me to buy something from them, or whatever the fuck. So, that's why I stream on TikTok every day, by the way. It's kind of like a new thing, my new schedule here. Alright, well, not today. I haven't streamed today. But that's because I was planning on recording a video of the new Assassin's Creed game, but it probably wouldn't be a very good video, to be honest with you, because the game isn't that good. And also, Twitch was being weird, and so, like, I should have probably just, like, I don't know. Sorry, no main channel upload for now, but, you know, I upload almost daily to the pod channel. And, no, not the pod channel, the VOD channel. And the pod one that I'm uploading this on, I upload every Monday. So, yeah, so the first topic on here was to introduce a guest. I had a guest lined up, but, you know, I don't really think he was that interested. And even if he was, you know, we've been trying to do we talk about doing podcasts so much, and it just never lines up. So next time I do, like, get him on here, or if I ever do get him on here, then I'll take you through all the list of questions I got there for him. But oh yeah, I have to announce that the podcast is officially on Spotify. We are on Spotify. Some of you guys may be listening on Spotify. And if you are, make sure to rate this 5 stars, by the way, because I went on my alternate account and I rated it 5 stars, so I think you should do the same. And yeah, we're on Spotify, working on Apple Music. I don't really understand how to use Apple Music like that, so it's like, I don't know, it's a lot more complicated of a process than Spotify is, so that is something you have to take into consideration. And I'm also not going to pay to upload my podcast anywhere, unfortunately. But yep, YouTube channel set up. And actually, what I can say now, because this is one of the topics, you know, subs are not showing up on my podcast channel. Because on my podcast channel, I have 4 subscribers. But I know for a fact I have at least 5 alternate accounts subscribed to my podcast channel. So I don't really get what's going on. I don't understand why it's not showing me my views or my subs. So, you know, hopefully YouTube can do something about that. But, you know, I don't see them giving a fuck about it. But I really wish it wouldn't do that. Because what if, like, other actual people subscribe and it doesn't show me that, and it, like, doesn't count towards pushing my videos out there? Because the more subs you have, the more people will see your stuff. That's, like, obvious. So, you know, hopefully it's, like, if other people subscribe, it will still count the subs in, like, the YouTube database or whatever the fuck, and it's just not, like, a visual thing. Because it would really suck if there's a fly in my room right now, just fucking went straight past the camera. Sorry about that. But it would suck if the reason why my pod didn't reach as many people is because YouTube, of all things, was the thing fucking it up. So, anyway, let's talk about the main channel. The main channel, the content struggle, as I put in my notes here. I don't know what to do for my main channel. I know I talked about this on the last podcast. I didn't really go into full detail, so I am now. Like, my main channel, I want to do IRL stuff, but at the same time, I kind of want to get a YouTube channel to 1,000 subs so I can start making money. And I'm not a money-driven person, but Even if I was just making $10 a month off YouTube, it would be enough to silence the people around me who are doubting me. So that's basically the only reason why I want to make monetization on my main channel possible. Even though live streaming is technically like working out for me decently well, I would still really like to get my main channel monetized. Even though I use copyrighted music in all my videos, so it's not like I'd be making any money anyways. It was just like, it'd be kind of like a ha-ha to the people who didn't believe in me, you know what I mean? And so I still upload my Twitch clips and all that to my main channel. Not really Twitch clips, because streaming on Twitch is so much worse than streaming on TikTok. Like, there's like no audience on Twitch, and my entire audience comes from TikTok. All my loyal viewers come from TikTok, so, you know. But one thing that TikTok is very far behind on is the clips system, because with TikTok clips, you can only send your clips to your account. You can't send them to other platforms, which I think Twitch does really well on that, because you can share to YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. So I think TikTok needs to upgrade their clip game, honestly, because it's kind of hard, you know, because I have to download every single short, and then I have to re-upload it in like a 3-minute compilation of shorts that I've made within the last week, because for some reason my phone doesn't let me upload shorts longer than a minute. I don't know why, but that is definitely something that is weighing on my mind right now. But yeah, main channel, I want to do gaming. That's what I was going to record the Assassin's Creed video for, but you know, I spent $40 on that game, and I'm never going to play it again. I got like 3 minutes into it, and I was like, this just feels really shitty made. Like, this does not feel like fucking Black Flag or even Origins. Origins was like a decent enough game, but I don't know about that new one, dude. I don't know. And I've just wasted $40, which sucks, because I could have used that money to like help me pay for the microphone that I was asking Trisha Paytas to pay for. So that definitely sucks. But yeah, no main channel uploads as of recently. Maybe I'll do something IRL with my friends. I was supposed to go to a fair and record a video at the fair, but oh, the fuck, excuse me. But yeah, I was supposed to go to a fair, but like everything kind of fell through. Nobody decided to record. It was just kind of like a in the moment type of thing, which I would have enjoyed making that like a video, but I don't know, you know, we just didn't do it. It was just kind of one of those things, you know. And also it was like kind of a shitty experience, because we like one of the rides broke while we were on it. And so we got kicked off of it, and they were like, dude, y'all can't be on here. Y'all are too big. And it's like, okay, dude, that's fucked up to say. But yeah, no main channel uploads for now. But it won't be like, I'll upload something. I did upload a video explaining the situation, but like, I deleted it because it's fucking garbage. You know, it was like a 2-minute video of me just talking about nothing. So I deleted it. And everyone go sub to my main channel. Even though all my subs from the pod channel are probably just from the main one, just make sure to subscribe to the main one too. All right. Discuss skating is my next topic here, and that is why this was one of the questions I was supposed to ask my guest, because we both are skaters, kind of, but I'll tackle the question on my own. So as of recently, you guys know on my main channel, some of my better videos are about skating. And to be honest, skating is much more of a social thing for me than like oh, I want to do this just on my own type of thing, you know? Like, I was decently good at it, but I only got good because it was like to hang out with my friends, you know? I would never choose to go skating on my own at this point in my life. And I told that to one of my friends, and he looked at me very disappointed. He's like, dude, like, I don't know if that makes me a fake skater, but like, I really only do it to hang out with the gang, you know, to hang out with the bros. So, you know, that's kind of my recent opinion on skating. But also, it wanted me to talk about the style of skating that we do, which we never really had a style. If I had to choose one, I would do maybe like a rider, I guess, if that's like a style. Because like, I knew the ollies, I could ollie onto stuff, but like, the thing I liked the most was just cruising around, going down the hills, going fast, you know? And my friends, they convinced themselves that they like to skate street, which I know for a fact they don't. And I know for a fact that's like the worst part of skating, you know? Like, I don't know how some people can fucking do with that shit, dude. Just skating in the middle. It's like, I can understand street skating if you're like talented at like ollies and shit and like grinding and all that. But just skating down the street, just like waiting for cars, fucking making all this noise, dragging attention to yourself. Maybe it's just because I'm like an antisocial type of person. But I personally, like, I can't stand it. Like, I think being a nuisance, like, in public is like, I try my utmost to avoid that type of shit. You know what I mean? So nothing dissing people who skate street, because I'm sure you're better than me at skating, but it's just not my thing, you know? I'm much more of a park goer, ollie doer type of shit, you know? And, oh shit, this next topic actually is kind of crazy. I was not expecting on, like, I wanted to report on this sooner, but I was like, I have to wait for Monday to upload this. So, yeah. So the Mr. Beast land. Yeah, you heard me right. Mr. Beast land in Saudi Arabia opened up the other day, I say, but it was like a week ago. And it looks crazy if you'll take a look at these pictures here. This shit looks like it. Why is it neon? Is my like question here. Why they go for neon and not like a kid-friendly thing? And I understand Saudi Arabia is all about the money. It's all about like the flashiness. But this is so weird. Like in this picture I'm showing right now, what the hell is the Beast Arena? Like that is so weird to me. An arena? Like what does it need an arena for? Also, one thing I do want to talk about are the admissions. So it's $7 general admission, which basically just general admission is, okay, you've went through the metal detectors, give us money. And it's not even the tickets, by the way. Not even the tickets, because the general admission is just saying, okay, now you can buy the tickets after you've paid the $7 general admission. And then the Beast Mode tickets, which are the default tickets, are $25 for 3 rides. Now, I wasn't able to really get any good pictures or information about the rides themselves, but if you go to a fair or a theme park, 3 rides is not a lot, you know what I mean? 3 rides is kind of like nothing. So $25 for 3 rides is kind of ridiculous, you know what I mean? Like, I would have at least made it 5. I'm pretty sure fucking like scummy fairs have at least 5 rides for 3 tickets, but then again, you know, it is Saudi Arabia. Everybody's supposed to my question is, why Saudi Arabia? I get like the limit, like restrictions in America can make it hard, and like they have a lot of money there. They can dump into anything, right? But the fans of Mr. Beast are not flying to Saudi Arabia, dude. Sorry for the voice crack there, but the average little boy or little girl watching Mr. Beast is not going to fly to Saudi Arabia to go to Mr. Beast land. And that's, you know, whether it's because they don't feel safe in Saudi Arabia, like that's something I read online. Like people just, they just don't feel safe going over there. And Mr. Beast decides to put his theme park there, which, you know, it's not a problem necessarily speaking, but I do think it's morally wrong, especially since your viewers are so young, and, you know, a lot of his viewers probably don't have a lot of money even to buy the tickets. Because a ticket ride to Saudi Arabia, how much would that cost? And then the hotel, and then the tickets, like, that's kind of a lot, you know? And especially since you're going to a foreign country that I'm sure a lot of people have never been to, it would be kind of weird, you know? Like, imagine going, like, me personally, I've never been outside of America, and I get all this negative press about Saudi Arabia in the news. I'm like, okay, well, one, I wouldn't want to go over there just because I feel like it could potentially be, like, I don't want to say dangerous, but, like, you're in a foreign country, you know what I mean? And also just flying, I don't know how long the flight is. I can actually look that up right now, but I don't like flying for that long, and then the plane tickets as well. Like the average mom and dad who like has a child watching Mr. Beast would probably never be able to afford a ticket to Saudi Arabia and the hotel. Which I just said that, but from my perspective, it seems kind of far-fetched. I feel like that arena was only made just for the rich people of Saudi Arabia or the rich adults who watch Mr. Beast, who want to partake in the event and make like the money or whatever the fuck. It's not meant for actual fans. But let me look up the times here. U.S. to Saudi Arabia takes 12 to 14 hours depending on the route. That is a long flight, okay? That is probably one of the longest flights you can possibly take. So that is kind of fucking crazy. No, I'm sorry, but no parent is going to be flying for 14 hours just to take their kid to Mr. Beast Land. If it does feel illegitimate. It feels like it wasn't made for the fans, but rather for maybe just like a set. Or maybe just because some Saudi Arabian contractor came to him offering him a lot of money. You know what I mean? So that's kind of crazy. And now let's get to the Beast Mode Plus tickets, which I was talking about the Beast Mode tickets. They were $25 for 3 rides. Kind of crazy, kind of steep. The Beast Mode Plus tickets have unlimited rides. The normal ones have 3 rides. This one has unlimited rides for $66. Now, whether this is a good price, I couldn't really tell you. I don't visit theme parks really enough to tell you if unlimited rides for $66 is like crazy. But I know that if you go to a fair, it'll average around 30, 35, 40. So that is $20 on the most expensive fair in America. But there's a chance you can meet Mr. Jimmy. There's a chance you can meet Chandler, maybe Chris Tyson if you're lucky enough. But is $66 on top of the flight, on top of the hotel, on top of just like getting time off work? It's kind of crazy, also being in a foreign country. So I think it's kind of like, I don't really know what to think of that almost. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's Mr. Beastland, dude. It's crazy, by the way. Look at these pictures, the fucking lights beaming to the sky. That's got to be like a flight hazard or something, right? Like all those lights beaming into the sky, all the lasers and shit. Like, what if a plane crashes into Mr. Beastland? You think people would hold him accountable, or just be like, shit happens. Continue to make us billions of dollars on YouTube. Also, the entrance, just a giant Mr. Beast tiger with lightning. It kind of looks like the Astroworld shit. Maybe it'll be a repeat of Astroworld. You ever think about that? There's a chance. You don't, because I don't know how regulated this shit really is. I don't know how safe this is. Not to diss Saudi Arabian officials, but I know in America, it gets like, if you go to like the Midwest, shit can get kind of sketchy when you're on those fairs. That's why if you do go to a fair, it should be in like Miami or some shit like that, or like LA or something. Just make sure it's a city where if people die, the city would absolutely catch shit. But yeah, that's Mr. Beastland. Kind of expensive, kind of fun. A YouTuber I used to watch, by the way. I used to watch Mr. Beast back when he made fun of people's intros. So that shows you how long I was watching Mr. Beast. He was, making fun of intros, and now he has his own theme park, and he associates himself with all these billionaires and makes millions of dollars off every video on YouTube. And he is the most recognizable face in the world probably right now. So, kind of crazy, huh? That a YouTuber can go from something, just like a dude making videos, to an enterprise of products and amusement parks. Kind of crazy. Now, coming off of the Mr. Beast topic, I'm going to hit a immediate 180 in something completely different from Mr. Beast. Islam Makhachev became the double champion of the UFC lightweight and welterweight division. Now, whether you want to say he's an official double champion is another topic, because technically you can say that him and Topuria are not double champions because they don't hold the belt simultaneously. But then again, I don't agree with that, because that would mean that Pereira wouldn't be considered double champion, and I like him. So just for that, sure, I'll give it to him. But he's the double champion. He beat JDM, which, by the way, JDM's tough and all, but like, if there was a fight, that would be the fight. It would be like, oh, okay, fucking JDM. Like, who's this guy? He beat Kevin Holland. He beat Bilal Muhammad. Cool. That's it. Like, it's not like an impressive person to beat, really. Like, there's no, like, I didn't know who JDM was until he fought Bilal. Like, that's maybe it's just because I'm not like the biggest fan of UFC right now, but I do think that, like, there could have been a harder fight for Islam. You know what I mean? And there was actually a huge scandal about this fight. And all the FBI and shit was investigating to see if some of these fights are rigged. Because there's a rumor going around where JDM was offered $3 million to throw the fight. And there's a chance that it, could have happened. It was a very boring fight. And Islam did not look good for the weight cut. So there's a chance that he did throw it. I don't know. I'm not really like the official fucking inspector on that shit. I don't really care that much because UFC is kind of like whatever to me right now, It's just kind of like the champions are good, but also like Islam and Hamza are champions. So it's like, obviously, it's not a perfect world. I like Islam, but aside from that, the rigged fight, the fight being rigged was a real rumor going around when it did happen. And there is proof of this because everybody who had the ESPN app who was following the UFC got a weird notification that says Islam Makhachev wins title. Islam Makhachev defeated Jack Della Maddalena at UFC 322. And they got that notification before the fight happened. They got it even before the main card happened. And it used this strange picture. Let me show it to you on the screen. It used this strange picture of JDM, Jack Della Maddalena, holding a volleyball with his shirt off. And, I don't really understand why this notification would be put out. What the fuck is going on with the volleyball? So that put a lot of suspicious shit out there. Sorry for my stomach rumbling. But yeah, if you just take a look at this picture, something ain't really right about it. For my audio listeners, I've already described it to you. And it's kind of like, I don't know. It's almost like a mocking picture. Like a picture that somebody would use to be like, yeah, this guy's going to throw a fight for $3 million, I guess. I did not get the notification personally, so I cannot 100% vouch to say this is real. But, it is something to consider. And it is something that like respectable MMA influencers and media personalities have posted and said it happened to them. So, on to the next topics here. I am going to predict the future. Now, I was going to make this an entire, its own podcast, but I might as well just hit the questions off here. You know what I mean? So, today I'm going to predict what happens beyond 2025. And I'm not saying like 2026. I'm talking like beyond. I'm talking like future. You know what I mean? So the first thing I have to say is the kid rates decline further. Now, I know everybody in the world is kind of having this problem where like kids aren't being born and shit, like the population is declining. And I think that will continue in the future. Just because if you ask me or anybody who is relatively my age, I'm talking like 25 to 18, nobody is talking about children. And if you go, I know it's like we're young, right? But if you go even 20 years into the past, everybody who was 18 through 25 had already had kids and had already settled down, So it's kind of funny how all these things are kind of like changing. Because like people were smoking cigarettes at that age, people were doing everything, and now people are doing nothing. People aren't drinking, people aren't doing nothing, And I have no clue what the declining rate of these activities has to do with one another. But I do think it's interesting. I do think it's kind of like a fun thing. Not fun thing, because it's like, if we stop having children, then most likely our species will die out. But I think the kid rates will decline. I think population will decline and all that. I don't know if it's going to be like a major decline, but I do know it, because I know people my age who are like country ass people who are known for having like kids young, and they aren't having kids. So, I'm predicting that. All right. lottery tickets are going to go away. I predict that lottery tickets will be gone within the next 20 years or so. Uh, that's just facts. Lottery tickets are already like going down. Nobody, no, just nobody that I know buys lottery tickets, and I don't hear about anybody online buying lottery tickets. And even older people, like nobody's really buying them anymore. You know, like sometimes somebody will get one for a birthday or whatever, but that's it. You know, I think lottery tickets are probably going to be going down, and yeah, I think gambling as a whole probably will go down because there's a joke that people talk about where it's like, oh, dude, I love the casinos, I love gambling, but nobody's actually gambling. Even the older people aren't really gambling. The casinos are actually losing a lot of money as of recently, which does take me into my next topic. The casinos are fading away. Yeah, casinos are losing a lot of money right now. Numbers are down across the board. People just aren't gambling. I feel like the only reason why people go to Vegas nowadays is just for the hotels. I feel like nobody's even like going there to gamble. I feel like a lot of people are even probably just going there for the UFC shit. Because realistically, it was bound to happen. It's kind of like, because gambling is kind of like a game, you know? And games tend to fade with time. And I know gambling is an old game, but it's like, I just don't see a world where casinos have like a resurgence, you know? Nobody my age is going to a casino. Nobody my age is trying to like go to an illegal fucking casino place so they can win some big bucks, you know? That's just not what's happening in my generation or even the generation above me. Like the millennials, they're not gambling either. And so since they're not, you know, the joke is that like, oh yeah, dude, fucking let's go gambling, drink energy drinks or whatever the fuck. But realistically, nobody's doing that. And nobody has been doing that for a long time. So yeah, casinos, I don't know. They're I mean, it's kind of weird to say that they'll die out, but I think maybe they'll change. Because a lot of gambling is now online. I think a lot of casinos will implement online games into their casinos, or maybe even just shut the casinos down entirely in person and have them all be on websites. And so there's going to be like 4 websites that allow gambling or some shit like that. You know what I mean? All right. So this next one, I don't like to get political here, so I'm not going to get that political, but I think possibly a third party could be elected. And the one I listed on here is Green Party, but that is just an example. So I think, you know how it's always like, you know how it always goes to Democrat, Republican, or like Republican, Republican, Democrat? You know how it's never the same party twice if it's a different person? I think potentially that'll change. I think it could potentially be Demo, or Republican, like redo their thing, get reelected, and then another Republican gets elected again, or someone completely different from left field gets the votes. Like let's say the Green Party, I guess. I don't know a lot about politics. I just think that this might happen in my generation. I think like let's say somebody's like, I fuck with trees and shit, and they get elected. I think that's probably what like might happen, you know, because people might get fed up with politics. I know people my age they're not wise to politics, but like I feel like everybody just wants to be so different now that there's a chance that it could actually happen. I feel like there's a chance that potentially somebody could be elected that isn't a Democrat nor a Republican, and they would be a third party, you know? So even though they say that those parties are only there to take votes away from others, I think there might be a chance of those getting elected. So, who knows? And also, Green Party is just an example. I don't know shit about the Green Party or Democrats or Republicans. So, all right. The next one I got for the future is cable dies completely. Now, this one's just obvious. I think everybody in the world knows that cable is going to go in like maybe even like the next 5 years. Because who the fuck uses cable realistically? I don't know anybody who uses cable, and to the old people who do, they probably only use it for sports, because nobody's realistically watching cable. We have YouTube, we have all these like live stream apps, we have ESPN for the sports. Cable's going down, and that's probably all I have to say. It's probably like the easiest bet to make ever. Just say that cable's gonna go down. It's like being from the future and then putting a bet if dinosaurs will go extinct. It's like, obviously, the dinosaurs are going to go fucking extinct. They're fucking outclassed. So, that's that. My next prediction. This one's going to be a little bit of a rough one. Mr. Beast causes a death. Tying back to the Mr. Beast land. Mr. Beast causes a death. Now, whether it's direct or indirect, I don't know. I think it will happen, though. I think somebody's either going to get flung off a roller coaster, or he's going to be doing one of his, like, survive in a prison for 1,000 days, get $1 billion pranks. Not pranks, but videos. And somebody dies either of poor conditions, a heart attack, whatever. Or maybe even just, like, he catches a disease, or maybe even, like, a ceiling fan falls on top of him that wasn't, like, properly set up by somebody working on the props and shit. So I think Mr. Beast might kill somebody within the next 10 years. He's technically, he wasn't involved in that death, but the personal trainer of the dude who was doing the gym video did pass away. So it's kind of, that's kind of like its sign, I think. And people say that Mr. Beast is like the devil. I don't know much about that, but I do think he will kill somebody, whether it's his direct fault or not. I think the brand Mr. Beast will end up killing somebody. And if not through the roller parks or his videos, then the fucking food they make, dude. Have you guys ever had the chocolate? That shit is ass. No, but for real. I think just anything related to Mr. Beast will probably cause a death. So, who knows? Maybe even somebody trying to like duplicate a Mr. Beast video could cause a death. So the next one is my success or my... well, I'm not sure if I can say that word, but just it begins with an S, and it happens whenever you die by your fault. My success or that. And I didn't even, this is the one that I don't have any notes for. I guess I just wanted to freestyle this, but sure, let me just try to process that. So I've said multiple times before in videos, podcasts, that YouTube is my job. And Twitch is my job. And I'm not going to do any job aside from these, because this is what I've wanted to do for years. I have been doing this for years. I've been doing it longer than everybody in the fucking game right now. You know what I mean? It's just, I was too young to really know what I was doing. And I either succeed, I either put my heart into this shit and I succeed and I live happily ever after. I'm able to get a place on my own and sustain myself from the streaming my videos. Or if it doesn't work out, let's say I get canceled or my account gets deleted or some shit like that. If all that happens, then I would perish, probably. I know I've mentioned this so many times before, but I really don't want to live in a world if I cannot chase my dreams. And in America, you have the right to pursue happiness. So that's what the fuck I'm doing. And it's going to be lit. I'm going to have a great time. Me and my friends are going to make videos. My podcast is going to be great. My live streams are going to be top quality. And I hope you guys are here for that shit. You know what I mean? And for this next... Okay, so that's the end of the Predicting the Future segment. And also this is probably going to be a shorter podcast than the last two, which is okay because I was supposed to prepare some more, but shit got in the way. All right, shit did get in the way. Introduce the new bike crash segment. And by the way, just to preface this, nobody dies in these clips that you're about to see. I want to start a new segment that is all about crashing. So, bike crashes, to be more specific. And I've just been kind of on this wave recently. I think it's fun. I think it's funny. I think it's chill. So, let's see this. All right. Where are they? Huh? Hold on. Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. Something weird is happening here. Because on Instagram, I sent myself a whole bunch of bike crash videos. However, they're not appearing on my Instagram now. Oh, it's because I sent it to my Highly Intelligent podcast. Yo, guys, you're going to have to follow me on Highly Intelligent Pod. Wait, no, hold on, wait. Let me not say that because that's not correct. Okay, at the _official_HIP, Highly Intelligent Podcast. That is the Instagram for the podcast. And I will send me shit there. Send me clips there, and I will respond to them if they are good enough. And if you have any ideas or just want to talk to me, you can message me on there or my main account at Malarax. All right, so this is the first one. And this one's kind of nice. I remember this one. Just watch what he does to the car here. Just imagine what the cut you could get from that. So as you can see here, he smashes the back window of this something. I don't know, fucking Kia, no clue. But he smashes it, and it says minus $300. But like, if I'm in this situation, I'm not trying to find the owner of this car that I just broke. You know what I mean? Fuck that, you know. So I'm not paying that. But also, do you think he got cut there? Because I feel like if you smash a window, you're gonna get glass in you. I feel like, you know what I mean. But let's rewatch this again. He just goes down the stairs here, and then what does he even fall on here? Hold on, wait. Oh, the corner was too sharp, and he tried going between the cars. Front tire made direct contact with the Hyundai. By the way, sorry for saying Kia, it's a Hyundai. And then boom, arm goes straight through the glass. That is kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. That's like, and what would you do about, like, I just wouldn't alert anybody. I would just leave. It also looks like he dented the back of that car as well. It was kind of funny. All right. See, that's a good one. You see, this is a good segment. I know what I'm doing, sometimes. All right. Next clip here. Oh, this one's also good, but this one, like, when I initially saw this, I was like, oh, I just watched somebody die. But he doesn't die because, okay, let's just watch. You see he comes up on this railing. Boom! I thought he got flung over. I thought I was about to watch this guy fall into the highway and die, but he doesn't. His balls get caught in the fence. He's all good. He's all safe. But let's rewatch that because he was actually just like an inch away from falling onto a highway and getting crushed by a car. Just boom, right there. His entire body is hanging over the edge of that. And I don't know, I guess his legs grabbed onto the fence, but he's lucky as hell, man. I don't know what his thought process was as well in this, because if we rewatch this, he's just not even turning. He's just like, yeah, sure, let me just go forward. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why'd he just go forward? That's kind of weird. Like, he didn't even attempt to turn a direction. He was just like, let me get flung off a fucking bridge. Alright, so this next one, I remember this next one. This next one was good. So you had this dude on a moped. He's zigzagging, and then he just gets flung off into some bushes, dude. Also, I was not picking my nose right there. But look at this, dude. Oh, okay, so right here, his hands are on the gas pedal things, and he's just suspended in the air right now. And then, boom, he gets flung into a patch of grass next to the highway. If he was on a cliff, he would have for sure fallen down the cliff. But yeah, dude. And then the bike does a few spins and shit like that. So that's a good clip, That just goes to show you, don't be a jackass on your fucking moped. Oh, and this is a bike video, another bike video. All right, goes up the ramp, double flip, boom, eats shit, and then he's just out, dude. He's like actually out. And if you take a look at his neck while he's out, hold on, wait, let's let this go again. If you take a look at his neck while he's out, that shit is bulging. So maybe something got unaligned there. I don't know, but it's certainly fucked up. That shit is fucked up. And he's also just out completely. I mean, it looked clean until he just went to the side and broke his neck, I guess. And this next one's kind of funny as well. This next one, I remember, it's like a dude. All right, let's just watch it. All right, so the second dude, look. Boom, just goes straight into the den of a bear or some shit. Just a random ditch on the side of a path in the forest. He just falls just randomly. Like, why was he even facing forwards? Like, why did his body lean forward? Like, if you're on a bike, you're not leaning forward, are you? But he just gets tossed into the bushes there. He had a helmet on, so I'm sure he's okay. But it's just kind of funny. Alright, so the next one here. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's watch this one. Boom. Fucking eats shit on the bike as he comes down. And then you get a slow-mo replay. Oh, God. But look at this. Look what he does here. He tries to go for a backflip, right? He tries to go for a backflip. And then he lets go. And then the bike just, like, goes straight underneath him. And then he lands chin first onto the wheel. It, like, knocks his face backwards. And let's take a look at this in slow motion. Boom. His just entire body just landed on his bike, dude. That shit probably hurt the most out of any of these. And then you have this one. This one's just like another classic crash. Boom. Face straight into just some straight up dirt. Definitely unconscious. Definitely knocked out. Probably doesn't feel too great either. Maybe even a broken nose or some missing teeth or some shit. Just look at the way he does it, dude. Just bam. It's like he was leaning, and then it's just, like, how does that even happen? Like, what technique do you need to do to just eat shit that hard? Jesus. Anyway, on to the next one, and the last one, but I saved the best for last. So you see this dude right here? A deer gets him, dude. A fucking deer gets this guy. And then yeah. But look at this. Comes out of the meadow, just boom! He just eats shit. He's moving like a fucking anime character along the ground, ass crack hanging out. He's just moving along. It's like when Goku gets hit by somebody strong and he just like tails, like, gets dragged across the ground for a little bit. That's what this guy's fucking flop looks like, dude. Dude, that is so cool. And he's like a little overweight too, and he has his ass hanging out. It's so good. But yeah, that's the end of that segment. And I have, if you guys want to send me more clips like that, you can. I don't hate, I don't discriminate. Just send me funny clips like that. And I don't know if the bike crash segment is going to be a permanent thing or if it's just like an IG reel segment. But I like it, and for the audio listeners, I feel like I did a good job describing it to you. Despite my stuttering and my very messed up throat, I feel like I did a good job explaining it to you. And the next and last topic I have here, just for some fucking reason, I wrote this down. The most dangerous combination for your health is an opiate and a benzo. That's your little it's a little fun fact for the year, guys. Don't take opiates and benzos together. That's like the most dangerous combo in the world, apparently. Yeah, that's the last topic I have. Yep, that's the end. So I hope you guys appreciate it. This is the 10th episode of the Highly Intelligent Podcast, dude. Isn't that so crazy? It took us a little while to get here, but we're gonna be on a roll every Monday. And I know I said main channel uploads every Friday, but that's a fucking lie because a content drought, obviously. But if you guys enjoyed this podcast, make sure to follow, like, subscribe, whatever platform you're on. Make sure to rate it 5 stars if you're on Spotify. Share it with your friends, please, because, like, Joe Rogan, he's got to go at some point, you know what I mean? So, like, why not me? Trisha Paytas, if you're watching, I'd appreciate the $100 and maybe even $150 if you're so generous. You know what I mean? But that's it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next podcast. And I'm trying to think if I have anything to shout out. Stream every day on TikTok, Spotify. Nope, that's it. All right. I'll see you guys in the next podcast. And I don't know if I have a theme song yet. I guess you'll see if it plays right now.